Salah for season 2. I'm good to go? All right, everybody. Welcome to season 2, episode 42 of the Fantasy Guys. We are officially back for our season finale. We've been kind of in hiatus for the last couple weeks. We've been gone, but we're back. We are officially live. Like I said, this is season 2, episode 42 of the Fantasy Guys. We are here. Let me go ahead and introduce the people who are in the building today. First of all, give a shout out to my little big bro, Yusuf Thabit, back there hitting the ones and twos. We appreciate Yusuf and all that he does. So shout out to little big bro, Yusuf Thabit. And then to the right of me, you got big bro, Moti. Moti's in the building today, back at it again. And then to the left of me, you got Coach Wafi Riyashi, head coach of Hamtramck City FC. The winners of the 4th Annual Yemeni Soccer Cup held in Memphis, Tennessee last week. Definitely deserves a round of applause. By the way, 4th Annual Hamtramck City FC have won 2 out of the 4 so far. So they've won 50% of the championship so far that has happened in the Yemeni Soccer Cup. So before we go ahead and dive into, that's what we're here for today. You know, we're here to talk about the whole Soccer Cup tournament, what went down, some big games, you know, who were the MVPs, and everything else in between, all the great things that Hamtramck City FC has been doing with their team. But before we do that, we got to first of all say, be sure to subscribe to our pages. We have YouTube, Oz Media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Oz Media. You can listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. And if you want to call in, if you're at home, you want to chime in on some of the stuff that Wafi says, we also have Mohamed also coming in, inshallah, later in the next 15, 20 minutes. He'll be coming in to share his thoughts as well. He'll probably be talking mostly Arabic as well. So, you know, if you guys want to call in, feel free to call in and chime in and see what you have to say. Again, the number is 313-306-1750. Last but not least, we got to give a shout out to our sponsors, BC Adhesives, The Balkan House, Hanley International Academy, Qahwa House, Juice Box, Hammer Time True Value Hardware, and Unique Coney Island. We appreciate all of them. This is the season finale, so I want to go ahead and say thank you to all of our sponsors. We appreciate you guys. You know, our last final show will be tomorrow for the Motivate Me 313 podcast. But overall, we thank you guys for the Fantasy Guys sponsors. You know, we really do appreciate you guys. So let's go ahead now, Yusuf, and run the Unique Coney Island ad. Shout out to Sambo and Nate and everybody over there at Unique Coney Island. And then we'll go ahead and get this show on the road. So shout out to Unique Coney Island. Unique Coney Island. Unique Coney Island is famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken qalaba, shawarma, gyro, and much more. They also have a reward system there, where every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. Their location is 33102 DeQuinder Road, Sterling Heights, Michigan. Shout out to Sambo, Big Nate, Big Nasty, and everyone over there at Unique Coney Island for the best conies around. All right, so we already got a couple people commenting. We got Ayman Riyaz. She said, good luck, bro. And then Ali Saleh said, Wafi, give me a shout out. Listen, we can give you a shout out, Ali. We got you, man. So just want to throw that out there. So like I said, we are here with Wafi Riyashi. He is, give us your title, Wafi. I mean, I know you're the head coach of Hamtramck City FC. You know, what else? What else do you do for the team? Tell us a little bit about yourself. He's also the head coach, by the way, for one of our sponsors, Hanley International Academy's middle school soccer team. That's a whole nother story. We felt like we kind of got messed up in terms of the playoff situations and all that, but we're here to talk about Hamtramck City FC. So what's your title? What is it that you do with the team and everything else in between, Wafi?
Assalamu alaikum. First of all, thank you for having me here.
Of course.
Really appreciate it. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Wafi Riyashi, head coach of Hamtramck City Football Club. First team, the U and the U19. What I do is just like any other coach, man. I just get there, you know, do what I know, and you know, with the help of the staff that I have, the players too that already, you know, they've been with me for so long, and we just get the job done and go from there. You know, set up practices, do practices, and then, you know, go to the games.
So you said that you're the head coach of the main team and the U19 team. That's what you said.
Yeah.
How many teams do you guys have in Hamtramck City FC?
We as of last year, we had 2 teams. The first team, and the U19, and we also have the over 35.
Oh, you have an over 35 team?
Yes, but this year we started what's Hamtramck academy, from age of 6 all the way to 18.
And how's that been going?
It's been going good. We have over 200 kids.
MashaAllah. MashaAllah. I've seen those photos, man. There's a lot of kids signed up. I know a lot of kids are excited.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of kids, MashaAllah, in Hamtramck area that should be playing sports. And I know they would love soccer, so they definitely should be in there playing. And I'm glad that you guys started that so that they can have a team to play.
For sure.
Not just out in their school, you know, outside of the school as well. So, you know, like I said, you guys were the champions of the 4th Annual Yemeni Cup. This year it was held in Memphis, Tennessee. Last year it was in Hamtramck/Dearborn, so like the Hamtramck Metro Detroit area. So it was held in Michigan last year. So how was it, man? How was the experience this year? Just the whole tournament. How was the turnout? You know, how was everything? You know, did you enjoy it? How was the whole experience?
It was nice, man. Teams were more competitive this year. The heat didn't help a lot, and the weather, but alhamdulillah, it was a success. It's a great experience when you go to one city and every time you turn your head, you see a Yemeni. You know, you have 12 teams, and then you have another 4 teams that's over 35, and it wasn't just soccer. They had a marathon, chess, and Quran competition was. They had 32 people participating.
Really?
And yes, which was the best thing out of the whole tournament. You know, it was beautiful. You know, you play a game, you finish, and then you sit around with with people that you haven't seen before, or people that you get to see just once a year. Yeah. It's just a great experience. I mean, it's like at one point, you feel like, yes, we are united when we come to the soccer field.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't care what part of Yemen you're from, or you know what background you came from. No. Once we on a soccer field, you have some, you know, cleats on. We're brothers. You know.
I feel like there was an event also happening this weekend. I think the Yemeni American Trade.
Yeah.
There was that like affiliated with that, or was that a whole separate thing?
It's separate. It's just they do it around the same time, since a lot of people are
already gonna be in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So can you go ahead and name off to me all the teams that were there and you know the states that they're from, if you know that on top of your head?
Yes, you have 4 teams from Michigan: Hamtramck City, Shabab Al Yemen, AIM Michigan. Well, the only team that's representing Hamtramck is Hamtramck City.
Yeah.
Then you have 3 teams from Dearborn: Shabab Al Yemen, AIM, and Yemen United Michigan.
Who's the best Dearborn team out of those 3?
That's a very good question.
I don't want to put you on the spot. I'm sorry. Never mind.
They're all good. They're all good. They're
Yeah.
all good. Yeah, they all, I think they all made it to, you know, far to quarterfinals, semifinals.
Okay.
Yeah, there's always at least 2 or 3 teams from Michigan that makes it far.
I mean, they're good, but they're not Hamtramck.
Obviously. But and then you have from New York, you have Yemen United, Brooklyn, New York. And then you had Buffalo, but they were in the final A for the UPSO, so they had to pull out. And then from California, you have Yemen United, California, which is the team we faced in the finals. And then you have Bay Area United from California also. You have Al Ahly from South Carolina. You have Memphis, Tennessee. You have Atlanta, Georgia this year.
So حتى يمنيين بأتلانتا, huh?
I was surprised. I'm like,
Yeah.
And South Carolina.
South Carolina?
Yeah.
No,
That sounds like a Yemeni. That sounds like Yemeni right
We
there.
hear about people going down there to open up businesses and stuff. But you would never think they'll build a soccer team.
Exactly. And then you have Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Yeah, so that's about 12 teams.
Yeah, it sounds like 12 teams all together. And then Hamtramck City FC came up on top. By the way, if y'all wondering, this is the trophy right here, mashallah. I mean, can you grab this right quick, Wafi, and show people, like, this is no joke. You know what I'm saying? It's mashallah. This is a big trophy, a heavy trophy right here. How did you guys take this home? Y'all drove there and had to carry it?
Oh, yeah.
But see, I heard this was the passenger seat driver. This is you left it in the back. You ain't let nobody sit in the passenger.
After the game, I had to fight with players. Everybody want to have in their room.
Yeah, I see the videos. Everybody was carrying them. Like, Tebo,
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, man, that's awesome, man. Moti, what are your thoughts on them? How they organize this and how they get together? How many people you think was there all together? There's 12 teams with all their fans and stuff. Like,
You're talking about 1,000.
Nice.
If not more.
Nice.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Moti?
I mean, you know, I've been trying to get into soccer for a few years now, but I'm always intrigued, like Wafi said, about Yemen are all over the United States. You know, we're like, we can't be stuck in this bubble in Michigan. Once you leave Michigan, you start noticing like, damn, that's Yemeni. And it's like no matter what, you feel a connection there
Yes.
because he's Yemeni.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though you never see him in your life, you just, you know, he sees Yemeni, it's just a connection there. But I always wanted to know, how does these groups or these clubs get funded?
Great question.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm pretty sure. Is there a fee for the players to join? Is there sponsors? You know, is there? I always want to know that.
Come on, Wafi's been waiting for us to ask this question because he needs. I know they always need that support, man. So go ahead, Wafi.
You know, this is what a lot of people don't understand. I mean, even professional players, when they come play in the United States and they want their kids to play in academies, they complain. Like, it's too much money. You know, just for us to sign up for the UPSO spring season, which is only about 2 months, we have to spend at least $7,000. You know, for the field, for the refs, for everything. So, a person will come and sponsor you. You know, some business people will come and give you $500. Some will give you $200. Some will give you $5,000, and like they think that's enough, which is nowhere next enough. When our team, you know, especially our team, when we have money, we don't charge players. Everything's for free. We get the best uniform. You know, everything authentic. They don't pay for the field. They don't pay for the refs. They don't pay for anything. You just show up, play, and go home. When we don't have money, this is when you know players have, you know, to,
Yeah.
you know,
put some money.
Exactly. So this is a big factor when it comes down to sponsorship. Nobody is willing to put money into these teams. You know, I spoke with somebody in Tennessee, or actually it was an interview, and I was like, you guys don't know what soccer or sport in general, you know, do for us.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for Keyworth, you know how many of us would have been on the street? You know what I mean? Keyworth, if right now, these days, if you go to Keyworth, you'd be like, where does all these kids come from?
Yeah.
Like, you take a step, you might step on a kid.
Yeah.
That's how deep it is. Okay, when you tell them, I don't have a team for you. No,
Yeah.
Especially with whatever going on in the world right now, sport is a big factor in our life. You know, we need the support. We can't sometimes, you know, before we used to, okay, buy us a jersey, we'll put your name on. But we were like, no, that's too much. It's either, you know, we'll put your name on, but you need to put money on the side too.
Yeah.
You know, because like I said, now we're traveling to Tennessee, we spend at least $15,000. What do you think that $15,000 came from?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know, when you give me $500, $200 every year, what is it gonna do? It's not even for our socks. Our jerseys are $3,000 each, the whole set. You know.
Yeah.
So and when you ask parents for money, that's cool. You know, they're not supportive.
What's the solution, man? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, like, it's not easy. And, you know, this sounds like something that you guys are going to just keep dealing with forever. You know what I'm saying? Unless, like, you guys have some constant solution to, like, what this whole... So what do you guys have, if you don't mind sharing? Like, do you have something in mind that can help with it? Or is it just something that y'all just going to have to deal with every year when the time comes?
The sad part is we have to win something to make money.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna
Winning
say
helps.
winning is gonna solve a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
And winning does help. Let's be real.
It does help, but
A lot of pressure, right?
Oh, so is there a reward when you win from a?
this year there was.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
So you
That's
make,
nice.
The first place makes 8,000.
Oh.
Second place 6. Third place I think 3 or 4, and the fourth place first just 1,000.
Yo, keep winning.
Yeah, but it was the first year.
Yeah.
But see, that 8,000 will go just to one season.
Yeah.
So now you have 200 kids. Now, when you start academy, you start applying for grants, but it takes years.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, people don't look at sport, or not everybody. You know, a lot of parents don't look at sport as a getaway for their kids to stay away from the streets and whatever is going on right now. You know, which is it's very sad, because sometimes we pay money. You know, we pay for the field out of our pockets. But he's like, if I'm supporting your son, you're not willing to support him. Why would I keep doing it?
Yeah.
You know. I guess like you said, we're gonna have to keep dealing with it. We're gonna have to. Sometimes you feel like you're begging for money, and I'm like, you're not giving it to me. You're giving it to your kid.
Yeah.
You know, we have everything. Like our team, we have everything available. Let's say you're a sponsor, and you were like, okay, I want to know where my money goes. We have everything ready for you. bank account, where the money went, everything. When any time of the year you want to come and see what was, and it's your right.
Yeah.
It's your right. If I'm giving you $5,000, I want to know where it's going. Here, everything. Like just for one season, for 2 months for referees, about $2,000. That's a lot of money.
It is.
Yeah.
Referees are not cheap.
No, especially with the shortage right now.
Yeah.
No, you guys ever thought about maybe fundraising or something, doing events as far as to get money? And also I got another question about what about coaches? You guys are just passionately doing it for free?
Yeah.
Yes.
I travel with the team everywhere. I
Out of your own pocket, you're
just like I'm a player.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's just I've been in this team since 2008 as a player.
Yeah.
And just it's crazy to the point that me and my brother and my friend are opening a store in Hamtramck, and we literally named it Hamtramck City Outlet with the same team colors. That's how much love we have for the team.
Yeah.
And my brother is not a soccer player, or he has nothing to do with soccer, but he travels with us every single where we go. We just do it out of our pockets, man. There's no other option. I mean, we hope there's an option, but there's nothing we can do.
This is coming from a team that has won 2 out of the 4 championships in terms of the Yemen Cup, won plenty of, league championships throughout the years as well. So it's and you can only imagine, even for the other soccer clubs that are probably just starting up or, not winning, they're probably out there struggling. So, this is a good moment to say that you got to support the community, support your teams, whatever way you can. Like Moti said, doing fundraisers, man, I think that would be a good idea. Try to get people out there and holding events and doing things like that. And I know you mentioned to me having a Dearborn versus Hamtramck soccer game. That would be huge. We could figure out something where maybe half the money goes there, half the money goes there, and just raise money and make it a nice big event, just for a good cause. Because like you said, you got 200 kids signing up, and they need jerseys, they need the field, they need referees, they need. To be honest with you, I'm a personal believer that I believe that coaches should be getting paid too, man. And I know that's like the last list down the line in terms of your importance of what y'all need, but that should be something that's happening with all the time that you guys are putting in. At least a little something that just takes care of the gas money or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, even the city of Hamtramck is not stepping up. I know the field belongs to
Recreation.
Yeah. Still, we gotta pay for it. We're not even allowed to use the locker room, even when we pay for the field.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's crazy.
There's something that needs to be.
Yeah, but yeah, Amar, you know what? I didn't think about that. You're right though. I think a charity game between Hamtramck and Dearborn will bring out a lot of people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it could even be at Cuba Stadium or whatever, but you could kind of set up the whole concessions and charge to come in. I mean, I don't know, man. That sounds like a good idea, man. It probably generate some money.
We did one game like that, but the money went to Yemen. We played the DC FC.
Yeah, that was a lot of money though.
About 4,000 fans came in.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. See, if we do a game like that, Hamtramck versus Dearborn, and actually bring, people that have a lot of fan base, and bring a lot of fans.
Yeah.
So 4,000 fans. You don't think $5 a piece they would have paid it?
I think it was 10, wasn't it?
It's 10. So that's
I'm saying that's 10. Even
you're talking about 40K.
Yeah.
there you go.
That was just from the
cover-
ticket sales.
Yeah, that will cover you for 3 years.
Yeah. Honestly, man, I really think that's something that we should look into
should.
and make it happen, inshallah. I mean, we'll be here for support. That's for sure, Wafi. So we kind of talked about the teams. So now let's kind of talk about, winning it all right? So how did it feel to take home the championship this time? I know we kind of were talking behind the scenes about some of the teams that you guys had to cross to get there and everything else in between. So this is the 4th annual one. Y'all lost last year. I know you guys were devastated, how things went down, especially being at the home field. So y'all went to Memphis, and, I talked to you quickly, and you were like, man, we took care of business. Tell us, how was it? How was it this year? How did it feel to win that championship, second one in 4 years?
Well, alhamdulillah, we're the first team to make it to 2 finals, and the first team to qualify to all semifinals, and the first team to make it to 3 finals. So
you made it to 3. So y'all lost one championship then.
Yeah, the first one. So since the first tournament, we've been either on the finals and 1 semis.
Yeah.
And alhamdulillah, I think we're the number 1 team when it comes down to winning games. This year we scored 25 goals in 60 games, and we only conceded 3. One was a PK, and one was an own goal. So we technically only got scored on once in 6 games. And we faced first team was Memphis. It was Mississippi. We beat them 7-0, and then South Carolina, we beat them 11, and then we
11-0.
11-0. And then we played Yemen United California, that was the game that everybody wanted to watch. We lost that game 2-1. We had a red card in the 7th minute, so we played about 80 minutes with only 10 players. We lost 2-1. We were trying to come back toward the end, but they're a good team too,
That's the team y'all played in the championship?
Yeah,
Okay.
in the finals. And then quarterfinals, we played Shabab Al Yemen. We beat them 1-0. And then we played AIM, Dearborn. We beat them 2-1.
In the semis?
Semis, yes.
That's who y'all lost to last year, correct?
Yes,
Yeah,
semis. Yeah.
semis.
So it was a good payback.
Yeah.
And then in California, everybody wanted to just, that's the game we all want to watch. Likely they had a little bit of injuries. And we, because we have players on the team that are from Hamtramck, and they have never won it before. And the other half already did. So everybody was like, you know what? I have never won it. I want to win it. And you won it before, you got to help me win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's the first time, well, not the first time, it's every single player was literally from Hamtramck City. So I'm like, listen, it's your choice. Because both teams live in the same hotel. I'm like, you want to come in, through the door smiling, or you want to come with your head? It's up to you. They're going to look at you over there.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, you have the whole community of Hamtramck behind you. So you're not just representing yourself or the team. You're representing a whole community.
Yeah.
So everybody went in and we just dominated. Everybody, after the tournament, people used to come to me like, this is not a team. It's not a community team. This is an actual club team, the way they play.
Wow.
They have heart. And 80% of the players are 23 and under. So we have players that can give us another 10 years of playing.
Yeah.
Easy. So alhamdulillah, we won first place, of course. Over 35 got 3rd place. We have top scorer. His name is Uthman. He's from Senegal. And then we have best goalkeeper, Ismail Haydan. And then coach of the tournament.
من هذا؟ Go ahead, give him a round of applause. Right?
I was surprised because they never had this one before.
Yeah.
Only when they call him my name, like, why they call him my name?
All right, right here. This is the trophy right here.
And we have, alhamdulillah, we have the best record in the whole tournament.
No, that's definitely an accomplishment. Man.
Only one loss, from what I'm hearing.
Only
right?
one loss.
One loss, and it sounds like goals scored versus goals against was a ridiculous number.
Yeah, like I said, only 3. One of them was an own goal. We scored on us. One was a PK, and one just from the other team that actually scored the goal.
Yeah.
So year in, year out, you're saying every time Hamtramck comes, people are looking at us
They're
as
the
a
team
threat.
to target.
Oh yeah.
They're the team to
They're a
beat.
threat.
No. Hamtramck is in a tournament. They are one of the favorites to win
There
it,
you go.
regardless. Any tournament we go into. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah, man. That's impressive. Man, we gotta be proud about this stuff, man.
For sure,
we
man,
gotta
for sure.
celebrate this stuff. I know you guys celebrated that. If you want to quickly touch on that before I run our second ad of today, how was the celebration, man? Well, I wanted to go, but then it was on Wednesday. That storm day. So you know what? I'm not even gonna take the chance. And but y'all still got a chance to celebrate. How was that, man? Celebrating it.
It was amazing, man. Same thing happened in 2021 when we won it in Alabama. Thanks to the city of Hamtramck, they got the police department with us and everything. We had a whole ziffa, man. Just from Joseph Campo to Carpenter to Conant, and cops in the front and the back. They're blocking the lights so we can go through. You feel like you were a professional for a minute. You're actually having a parade. The whole city is celebrating you winning. And like I said, I felt like we actually did represent every single person that lives in Hamtramck.
Yeah.
People that don't know anything about soccer were in the street, cheering for us and taking videos. It felt good. It was real nice. And then we went to the hall They had dinner for us and some of the sponsors, and we took trophies with the fans, and it was a really nice day.
Good.
Hopefully, it didn't
Well-
get canceled.
ولا
Alhamdulillah.
والتخزينه بقاعة يزن.
Oh, we don't khazin.
So let me ask you this question. I know you mentioned this. I mean, we talked about it quickly. A couple years ago, we played Detroit City FC. Hamtramck did. I think Detroit City FC won, I think 3-0 or something.
6-1.
Oh, 6-1. If you guys played again now, would it be a better game?
Now hold on. When we played them, minute 40, we were 1-0 against
Yeah.
them. But it's when you play a professional team, technically it's your first professional game.
Yeah.
Even though you're amateur or semi-pro team. So I felt every player wanted to play.
Yeah, so you got everybody in.
So imagine I had 24 people on the roster, 11 inside, and I have 23. And I have 13 people outside.
Yeah.
So I had to make changes. If I kept the same players in, there's no way it would have been 6-1.
So answer me this. If it was a game right now, it'd be a lot better.
It wouldn't be 6-1. We actually played Michigan Stars, 3 friendlies. They just won the NISA Cup. They have never beat us. And they are a professional team.
Yeah.
Yeah, they called us to 3 friendlies. We beat them once. They tied us twice. And it's a professional club. They used to compete with DCFC. Now DCFC moved to USL Championship.
Well, it was a good time to take a quick little break right quick. Shout out to Wafi, man. We're kind of drilling him with all the questions, and he's ready to answer all of them. I was hoping Mohamed would be here by now. I'm going to check my phone during the ad. Let's go ahead and give a shout out to Qahwa House because we are drinking some nice Qahwa House coffee right now. So shout out to Qahwa House, Yusuf, and then we will keep the show on the road. We'll talk about specific games and moments in the tournament that was the most highlighted moments of the tournament. Go ahead, Yusuf. The Qahwa House. The Qahwa House is the first coffee shop of its kind. The Qahwa House is a family business established in 2017 for the sole purpose of providing the best quality Yemeni coffee with no added preservatives, artificial additives, or flavors. You can stop by Qahwa House to try their famous Yemeni latte, Adani Shahi, Mafawad, and Jubani coffees. You can also stop by to try their delicious pastries, such as the Yemeni favorite sabaya, their sembusas, and their new menu item, Everything Mini Bites. There are currently 4 Qahwa House locations, with 2 of them coming soon as well to make it a total of 6. Their 4 locations is West Dearborn, East Dearborn, Williamsburg, New York, Lombard, Illinois, with 2 new locations coming in Canton, Michigan, and Petersburg, New Jersey. So no matter where you're at in the country, be sure to stop by a Qahwa House and get a glimpse of what the Yemeni culture is all about. All right, we are now back. Shout out to Wafi, like I said, holding it down for us and then having a great conversation right now about the Hamtramck City FC winning the 4th annual Yemeni Cup that was held in Memphis, Tennessee last week. So, you kind of talked about the tournament as a whole, Can you give us like specific moments of like the biggest games or like a big play of the tournament that you'd be like, man, like this was a game changer or this was like the tournament changer moment right here? I mean, I know you said you had a close game. I believe against AIM, and then how did the championship game go? By the way, we didn't really touch on it. Any big moments that you want to tell us about?
The biggest moment was again our revenge back from last year.
Yeah,
that's because AIM actually had a good team.
Yeah,
good amount of players, and we and they were one of the favorites to win it too. So everybody was saying whoever wins from these 2 teams will most likely, win
it all.
Yeah, win it all. And alhamdulillah, there's not really a special moment besides winning the trophy.
Yeah,
because it's everything you worked for. This whole year we didn't participate in any tournament because of we had some issues. So we were like some players were like, how are we gonna compete a whole week? And the temperature there is so hot.
What was the temperature like over there?
It was minimum 95, but not like our 95.
Humid.
Oh my! If you play 5 minutes, you're soaking wet. You need to go change. So which it was a bad thing for the teams that like coming from Cali. They're not used to that weather, so it kind of hit them hard. That's what helped us most in the final game. But I think winning now that's I don't say that's you know,
Excuse.
disrespect anybody, but winning against the teams that you that you come from the same state feels better.
Yeah.
You know, you come back like, hey,
Yeah. We're the state. Right now, we represent the state.
You know what I mean? And overall, right now, when you really think about it, you're the best team in America when it comes down to Yemeni community.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah.
Hey, the team from California, where they're mainly from in California?
San Francisco.
Okay.
And the Bay Area.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. I think the best moment. I don't know. You know.
Mohamed Al-Duis.
Oh, yeah, Mohamed. He's probably calling us. Yusuf, you want to go ahead? I think he's probably outside. If you want to catch him outside, he's probably here.
I want to know, like, was there like a goalie stop or a
Yeah.
goal where it was like, oh my God, that's crazy, or
Yes.
a game changer?
That remember last year we got scored on in like the 80th minute from a foul against AIM, and this year we're winning 2-1, and the same person got the same foul at the same exact spot. Minute 80, there's like 2 minutes left for the game to end.
He knows how to act.
You know, and mashallah, he knows how to. You know, he'll hit it. You know, on the goal, and I was like, I was hiding behind the bench. I'm like, you know, because when it comes down to being a coach, it's different, man. It's
Yep.
I was walking around the whole field. I had like 2 cases of water every single day.
You're passionate, man. You're passionate.
You know, so the guy hit it, and alhamdulillah, Ismail, who was named the best goalkeeper, saved it. And after that, not even a minute, and the ref blew the whistle, game over.
You guys just going crazy?
Yeah, because it's the same exact spot,
Yeah.
same moment, same guy. So I'm like, it's not gonna happen again.
Yeah, for sure. Well, look, we also have Mr. Mohamed Al-Duais in the building, just joining us right now. Alhamdulillah ala salama. Thank you for coming. لو شتك تقربها, yeah, you want to قربها a little closer. Yusuf, you want to go ahead and give him a round of applause right quick. Shout out to Mohamed Al-Duais. Thank you for coming here today. And I know that you're going to probably mostly be talking in Arabic, which is fine. So first of all, Mohamed, I want to tell you, how are you doing? Can you tell us, like, what is your title? I know now that you are even part of the crew that organizes the events as well, from what I'm hearing from Wafi, that you're part of the team that does the events as well. So tell us what's your title with that, your title with Hamtramck City FC, and then what are your thoughts about, you know, the whole tournament, how everything went?
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. شكرا كثيرا للأخ الصحفي المتمكن عمر ثابت وللأخ محمد. أشكر الكابتن وافي على حضوره المبكر. والله بالنسبة لبطولة الجالية اليمنية الرابعة والتي أقيمت في مدينة ممفيس في ولاية تينيسي للفترة من 18 يوليو إلى 23 كانت بطولة رائعة، بل وتحولت من بطولة كرة قدم إلى أولمبياد متكاملة، حيث قيمت فيها العديد من المسابقات، منها مسابقة يعني بطولة كرة القدم، منها سباق الجري للأطفال من سن 6 سنوات إلى 14 سنة، فيها مسابقة القرآن الكريم والذي كانت مسابقة الكبرى على مستوى الولايات المتحدة ومسابقة متميزة، فيها بطولة الشطرنج وهي بطولة أيضا رائعة ومتميزة وحصلت ميتشيغن فيها على البطولة. فيها المعرض التجاري اليمني الأمريكي، وقد كانت تظاهرة اقتصادية وتجارية رائعة يعني. فيها مباراة أيضا بطولة أو مسابقة كرة القدم للأوفر 35، وهذه كانت من ضمن برامج بطولة الجالية اليمنية الثالثة، والذي فازت فيها أيضا ولاية ميشيغان ممثلة بنادي النصر. ونستطيع القول بأن ولاية ميشيغان حصلت على كل شيء، لم تترك للبقية أي شيء، إضافة إلى مباراة كرة القدم، وهو تقليد سنوي يقام في كافة البطولات بين قدام اللاعبين، أكبر من الأوفر 35 وأكبر. وهذا تميزت هذه السنة بوجود السفير اليمني محمد الحضرمي الذي ارتدى بدلته الرياضية ونزل وشارك في هذا البطولة، فكان هذا جزء من بطولة الجالية اليمنية الذي تحول إلى أولمبياد متكاملة. بالنسبة لنا في نادي همترامك سيتي ذهبنا وعينا على البطولة، لم نذهب للمنافسة أو للمشاركة أو لتسجيل اسم فقط، لكن نمتلك كتيبة مقاتلين شرسين شجعان يتزعمهم قائد الكتيبة الزرقاء الكابتن وافي الرياشي، الذي بفضل الله سبحانه وتعالى حصل وبجهده أيضا حصل على الترتيب الأول بل والأفضل بين المدربين الذي حضروا البطولة من الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية، وهذا الشرف لنا في نادي همترامك سيتي ولميتشيغن عموما أن يحصل ابن ميتشيغن على هذا اللقب الرائع الذي نهني ونبارك للكابتن وافي الرياشي عليه، تستحق هذا. ولم يكتفي نادي همترامك سيتي باقتناص كأس البطولة الغالية الذي يزين الاستديو هنا ويزين همترامك ويزين ولاية ميتشيغن عموما، ولكن حصد الكثير من الألقاب، منها لقب هداف الدوري أوتو ديا أو عثمان ديا، وهذا شرف وفخر لنا أن يحرز هداف الدوري، ونبعث التحية والتقدير له من هنا من الاستديو. وهو تعذر وصوله لنا بحكم ارتباطه في عمله، إلا كان سيكون حاضرا معنا. أيضا نادي همترامك سيتي حصل على لقب أفضل حارس، وهذا شرف وفخر نبعثه للحارس العملاق، وكما يلقب الصخرة الصلبة لهمترامك سيتي والميتشيغن، أو سور الصين العظيم. أنا يحلو لي أن يعني أطلق عليه هذا الاسم، سور الصين العظيم. إسماعيل حيدان نحييه ونبارك له هذا اللقب الذي يحرزه للعام الثاني، ليس أول مرة ولكن هو أحرزه أيضا للعام الثاني. نبعث له التحية، هو مسافر في ولاية كاليفورنيا، أيضا نبعث له التحية من هنا، ولكل أعضاء فريق نادي همترامك سيتي الذي كانوا مقاتلين أشداء شجعان شرسين، خاضوا معركة من أقوى المعارك الرياضية. وعندما نقول معركة فهي معركة بكل ما تعنيه الكلمة، اجتمع فيها المال والخبرة والتنافس والقوة، وأنت تلعب خارج أرضك وخارج جمهورك وتنتزع بطولة من 12 ولاية يمتلكون أضعاف ما يمتلكون نادي همترامك سيتي من الإمكانيات المادية، لكن نحن نفاخر بالإمكانيات البشرية، وهذا الذي نراهن عليه، وهو قوة الشباب الذي يلعب والولاء المطلق داخلهم لولايتهم ميتشيغن ولمدينتهم همترامك ولناديهم نادي همترامك سيتي. بطولة الجالية اليمنية الرابعة كما تعلمون أقيمت في ولاية تينيسي، وقبلها كانت الثالثة في ولاية ميتشيغن، وقبلها كانت الثانية في ولاية ألاباما، وقبلها كانت نقطة البداية من كاليفورنيا. هذا ما نستطيع سرده عن بطولة الجاليات اليمنية. نبعث الشكر والتقدير من هنا للداعم الأول لبطولة الجاليات اليمنية في ولاية تينيسي، الأستاذ إبراهيم المنتصر، رئيس الجمعية اليمنية الأمريكية في ولاية الجنوب الأمريكي تينيسي ميسيسيبي أركانسا، للأخ رئيس اللجنة المنظمة للبطولة الأستاذ طاهر الظاهري ونائبه الأستاذ محمد قفعان الذرحاني، ولكافة الزملاء في اللجنة المنظمة للبطولة، وهي كذلك للجان العاملة ولجان التنظيم ولجان الخدمات الذي أدوا ما عليهم خلال البطولة.
الحمد لله. شكرا.
I have a question, Wafi, and this is for you, Mohamed, too. What are the qualifications as far as the players? Like, let's say if a player, he mentioned Ismail, the goalie, is going to California. What if the California team approaches him and says, "Hey, come play for us"? Like where do or a Hamtramck guy goes to the Dearborn team and wants to play for the Dearborn team? Like, what are the qualifications? Like, how does that work out as far as the team players?
There's not really a set. We really don't, if you know how to play soccer, come into the team.
There's not like a fee that they have to pay.
No. We never say no to anybody.
Transfer fee or anything like that?
No, there's nothing like that.
So
and I know 100%.
Could be a Dearborn player come to Hamtramck and be on the
we had a lot.
Oh,
we had a
okay,
lot. Yeah.
okay.
Like I said, in Hamtramck we don't say no to anybody.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
if I know you don't know how to play soccer, I will not tell you no. You come in, but you're gonna have to fight for your spot.
Right.
You know? I see you're shaky. I'll give you, we'll give you more practice. If you're not, we'll tell you you'll be in the second team. But like, as far as we tell you no, don't come. No, we never do that. And as far as my players go into a different team, it'll never happen. But,
They're satisfied. They're happy.
Oh yeah, more than satisfied. And they represent the badge.
Money talks, though.
Trust me, it's more than the money. Unless they get top dollar, that's different. I'll go myself.
من فاز المسابقة حق القرآن؟ Like who's the winner of the Quran?
بالإضافة إلى أننا يعني مسابقة القرآن كانت أعيننا عليها، ولكن كانت منافسة شديدة وقوية جدا، باعتبار أن المنافسة لم تقتصر على أبناء الجالية اليمنية فقط، شاركت فيها الجالية المصرية، الجالية السورية، الجالية الصومالية، الجالية البنغلاديشية، الجالية الباكستانية. فهذه عوامل زادت من قوة المنافسة، والحمد لله استطاع متسابقي همترامك الحصول على المركز السادس، والسادس مكرر. كنا أقرب إلى يعني، والحمد لله من بين 32 متسابق حصلنا على المركز السادس، والسادس مكرر، ممثلا بالحافظ القارئ محمد حامد السماوي والقارئ يزيد الوجيه. هؤلاء يمثلوا همترامك سيتي ومثلوا مدينة همترامك عموما، فكانوا قاب قوسين أو أدنى من المنافسة، وحصلوا على ترتيب متميز. هذه تضاف إلى إنجازات والغنائم الذي نقول عليها غنائم كسبناها من معركة تينيسي. الحمد لله كانت منافسة شريفة، وحصلت الطالبة أعتقد انتصار الشجاع على المركز الأول. نهنئ لها ولوالديها الكريمين على هذه التربية الحسنة، وعلى حرصهم على حفظ ابنتهم القرآن الكريم. نحن نزف لهم أجمل التهاني بمناسبة حصول ابنتهم على هذا المركز المتقدم، وهو المركز الأول في مسابقة القرآن الكريم.
Alhamdulillah. All right. So my next question to you guys is MVP. I know you got the coach award, and then you got the goalie of the tournaments, Ismail Haydan. But if you had to give an MVP award, I don't know if they gave it out. Who was the MVP of the team?
They did give it out to Ayman al-Radfani from Yemen United, California.
Okay.
Yeah, he won the MVP award.
How about the MVP for Hamtramck City FC?
The whole team, man, because every single person fought from the bottom of their heart. You know, every person, even the players that were sitting on the bench, they were celebrating before the actual guy that scored celebrate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So everybody was an MVP to me. You know, from the staff to the players, from the goalie to the striker. It was just one big heart that stepped on the field and just did everything, possible. Nobody complained. Nobody said anything. Nobody said, why I haven't played. No, nothing. It was just peaceful and perfect. It's something that makes you keep going. And so the whole team was an MVP to me. The whole team.
وانت من تفكر MVP بالفريق؟
والله احنا زي ما قال الكابتن وافي وادرى يعني باللاعبين، لكن احنا انا اؤيد ما قاله الكابتن وافي الرياشي بان لاعبينا يستحقوا ان يكون كلهم MVP. وان كانت الاعين مسلطه على 3 أو 4 لاعبين، كانت اللجنه قاب قوسين او ادنى ان تجمع على احد اللاعبين، ولكن خوفا من العين والحسد أن يكون همترامك أخذ كل شيء ولم يترك شيء. ولكن أنا يعني وأنا أحد أعضاء اللجنة المنظمة للبطولة الجاليات، يعني باعتبار حضوري في تينيسي لم يكن فقط أنه أنا نائب رئيس نادي همترامك، ولكن عضو اللجنة المنظمة لبطولة الجاليات. كانت الأعين مسلطة على 3 أو 4 من لاعبينا، وكانوا هم الأقدر والأحق بها بأن يحصل على أحسن لاعب في البطولة وأحسن لاعب ناشئ وأحسن، لكن لا نشكك في عدالة اللجنة المنظمة، ويعني لصرف العين والحسد عن نادي همترامك سيتي حتى لا يصطاد كل الجوائز ويترك الأندية الباقية.
ما شاء الله.
ما شاء الله.
It feels good when you have 4 to 5 players from one team only to be nominated for the MVP award.
Yeah. But listen, in other sports too, Wafi, I got 2 questions. One, do you think Ayman from California deserved it? The second question is, usually a loser in the championship doesn't win MVP. They lean towards a player from the winning team. So that's why I was wondering, I don't know. I never seen an MVP like win it from the losing side.
Well, and that's true. And at the same time, they look at your performance from the beginning of the tournament, not just that game. And first of all, Ayman is a very good player and a well-respected player, But I mean, like Captain Mohamed said, we can't just take everything home. It's people travel too, people spend money too, and imagine if we just come and take everything just like Alabama. Alabama, we took everything home. So we, it'll look bad for them, but that's not taking credit away from Ayman. Like I said, he's a very good player. But I think that's how they do it. Even the youngest, the best young player was supposed to go to one of our players. I think I told you he's 18. That scored 6 goals, so he was 2 goals shy from being top scorer. Still, they give it to somebody else. But like we can't take everything home. it just. But I understand what you're saying, which is true.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't matter because I came to fight for this. So if I deserve it, I need my
Yeah.
award. But overall, we like overall. I have one of the players like, hello. I thought it was one of us that was supposed to win. I'm like, we got what the team wants first. You know, we don't. It's not like we don't care about individual awards. We do, but this is the team award matters the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Top priority. So Amina Riyashi said, talk about Mo Bari.
Oh, Mohamed Al Bahri.
Oh, yeah, Bahri, I'm sorry, Bahri.
It's a young kid that just came from Yemen 2 years ago. So this is last year was his first year playing with us, and very good player. I'm talking about you come to practice, see him. He's just killing everybody. You know, last year he joined the team and I put him on the roster and he didn't even get a single second. And I seen him, after the tournament when we lost, he was devastated. And then I was like, listen, you're young. You're only 17 now. Your time will come. And then this year, everybody was like, whoa, where did this kid come from? I'm talking about he's dropping defenders. Like one of the defenders, he have him sat down, like, yeah, sit here. And he scored the winning goal in the quarterfinals against Shabab Al Yemen, and he scored 6 goals as the youngest player to ever do that. And after the tournament, I'm like, Mohamed, what I told you, your time is coming. I'm like, patience.
But I would have a problem with that as far as him not winning Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, I agree too.
Because Ayman probably won. Was he the top scorer?
No, top scorer was from our team. The second top scorer, is this kid.
So how many goals did Amon score? 5 or 6? Did he tie him with 6 or something?
No.
Because MVP stands for most valuable player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like for us, the most valuable player doesn't matter. I'm gonna use soccer reference. It doesn't matter he scored the most goals.
Right.
It's a lot of things.
Yeah.
It's even assists play a role in it. Even leadership plays a role in it.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, that's crazy. But just like Captain Mohamed said, we don't want the ain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We don't want the ain, and I get it, but I would have a problem with that, honestly.
And I mean,
we kind of did. We kind of complained about the youngest player, and we killed him, Captain Mohamed Guyz, and then he was like, "It's kind of too late to even talk about it right now." It's been 2 weeks since the tournament is over,
Yeah.
and
We won the most important thing.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And we earned people's respect.
For sure.
Alhamdulillah, like one of the guys came up, one of the organizers, he came to, he was like, listen, man, it's not just about the way you guys play. That's a whole different subject. It's just the way you guys take time to pray on the field. Like the final game is going and every single person on the bench is playing. I mean, it's praying. So he's like, I've never seen that before.
That's good.
He's like, when the final game is going on and you're only winning by 1 against one of the strongest teams, and you guys don't care. You just guys got up, made wudu, and started praying. It's like, I've never seen anything like this. Like even professionally, I was like, Alhamdulillah, that's one of the biggest factors. One of the players, I don't know, I'm pretty sure you know Hamza al-Masmari.
yeah.
MashaAllah, he's Hafiz al-Quran Kamil. So he wakes the whole team for Fajr. The whole team, he knocks door, he goes to door by door, call everybody. He's like, Wafi, did you pay attention? I'm like, what? He's like, the only game we lost is the day we did not wake up for Fajr. So, alhamdulillah, that's why I said I love this team right now. Praying, first people. Playing, they'll throw their bodies out there. One of the guys was, imagine hitting the ball, it's already in the ground. He's just diving for it. I'm like, this is what we need. And we have a very, 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 very good, talented team if we actually have people to come and invest.
And I was gonna ask you this, Mohamed Guyz. Wafi talked about it, about support. People sponsoring or supporting. You want to talk about it a little bit more. Why is it important for people, to donate money or to sponsor money for the teams and to support the programs that they're doing, that you guys are doing? Why is that important for people to support?
والله احنا نأمل ونتمنى من ابناء الجاليه اليمنيه بل والجاليات كل الجاليات المتواجده في متشجين بدعم الفريق. احنا نبحث عن داعمين، نبحث عن وما صنعه النادي انجاز. لو قورنا يعني باي بطوله داخليه جماهيريا، حضورا، اداء، كان فريقنا او نادينا مبهر بكل ما تعنيه الكلمه، فيستحق الدعم. يستحق المساندة، يستحق الوقوف، يستحق أن يحتفل به ما صنعه من بطولة وما صنعه من ألقاب. لم نكتفي فقط، وكما ذكر الكابتن وافي الرياشي بأنه إحنا صرفنا الأنظار عن مسألة أحسن لاعب أو اللاعب الأفضل، وهي كانت مستحقة للاعبينا أو للاعبنا، يعني 2 أو 3 كانوا محددين، ولكن واحد منهم كان موضوع على رأس القائمة. بريق ولمعان البطولة والكأس الغالية هو جعلنا نصرف النظر عن البحث أو التظلم في مسألة اللاعب الأفضل يعني، وما حصدنا أيضا من الألقاب الأخرى جعلنا نصرف النظر عن المطالبة بحق هو كان حق لنا، يعني الحصول على أفضل لاعب ناشئ وأفضل لاعب في البطولة. لذلك أنا من هذا المنبر الإعلامي الرياضي المجتمعي أطالب أبناء الجالية اليمنية وأتمنى عليهم دعم الفريق. الفريق يمر بوضعية صعبة ماليا. ذهبنا إلى تينيسي ويمكن إحنا أضعف نادي ماليا، نمتلك الشجاعة والقوة نمتلك كل مقومات النجاح والفوز، لكن ماليا كنا الأضعف من الأندية. من ذهب إلى تينيسي وفي أرصدته يعني مبالغ تفوق الخيال، وذاهب للبطولة ولم يقدم مستوى، ولم يمكن حتى يسجل هدف واحد في البطولة، وخزائنهم مملوءة يعني بالمال. احنا نأمل ونتمنى على السلطة المحلية في مدينة همترامك، على الحكومة أيضا في ولاية ميشيغان عموما، وحتى هنا نداء نوجهه لحاكمة الولاية أنه احنا مثلنا ميشيغان والبطولة أتت لميشيغان، وللمرة الثانية نأتي بها من خارج أرض ميشيغان، يعني في بطولات خارجية. الأولى جئنا بها من ألاباما، والثانية جئنا بها من تينيسي، ومثلنا ميشيغان، والناس يتحدثون الآن عن ميشيغان. حتى عندما تذكر همترامك ميشيغان، فهو نداء نوجهه الحكومة المحلية في همترامك في دربن، نوجهه للحاكمة الولاية، لرجال المال والأعمال بدعم هذا النادي الناشئ والفتي، والذي رفع رؤوس الجاليات في كل مكان. من أولوياتنا نحن بحاجة إلى مقر للنادي، حتى نستطيع أن أقل حاجة نجمع فيه الكؤوس والميداليات والدروع والأوسمة الذي حصل عليها النادي والشهادة التقديرية، بحيث يكون هذا المقر هو منبر لتعريف الناس أين النادي. يعني الكؤوس والميداليات موزعة في منازل قيادات الفريق الآن، في عند الجهاز الفني، يعني مشتتين. احنا لو حضر عندنا وفد يريد يعني إلقاء نظرة على الكؤوس والميداليات والشهادات والمشاركات، يعني نرتبك أين نسرحه، هل في صالة، هل في مطعم، هل نيجي مع يعني الشيء الثاني نشيل مع الكؤوس والشهادات والميداليات. لكن لو كان معنا مقر، وهذا من أقل يعني الواجبات نحو نادي همترامك سيتي، نحن نبحث عن شراء مقر. وأنا أوجه نداء هنا للسلطة المحلية في همترامك وفي ولاية ميشيغان عموما بمساعدتنا في إيجاد مقر للنادي، وبالتالي هذا المقر سيلم الشتات وسيكون عامل استقرار نفسي للنادي، ويكون أيضا مصدر دخل. يعني لو تم استثماره في كافيتيريا، في بوفيه، في كذا، هذا سيدر أموال على النادي أيضا، لن نصبح على أحد. إضافة إلى أن طالب بتكريم يعني مادي ومعنوي للنادي وللأبطال اللاعبين، للجهاز الفني الذي صنعوا هذا الحدث الكبير، تكريم يليق بهم ويليق بما صنعوا، ويكون دافع إلى المرات القادمة لتحقيق مزيدا من البطولات.
Thank you. By the way, we had Amir El-Gahaim from Hanley said, Wafi, coach Hanley soccer team next year, please. All right. They're already talking about Hanley soccer for next year. I got a question for you guys. So this is the 4th one, right? The 4th Yemen Cup tournament.
Yep.
Has it gotten better every year? Like Hassan كل سنة, like has it gotten better every year? And then what is your goals for next year إن شاء الله? Maybe نكون نبدأ معك يا محمد.
نعم، كما تلاحظون أن هذه النسخة الرابعة ونادينا يتقدم من أحسن إلى الأحسن، ومن أفضل إلى الأفضل، ونحن نتمنى أن يكون نادينا هو الأفضل يعني دائما. في النسخة الأولى كنا قاب قوسين أودنا من تحقيق البطولة، ووصلنا إلى المركز الثاني بمنافسة شديدة وشرسة يعني. أما البطولة الثانية فقد انتزعناها من ألاباما خارج الأرض والجمهور، بما فارق الطقس، فارق 4 بطولات من بطولة الجالية اليمنية انتزعنا 2 ووصلنا إلى النهائيات أو الأدوار الأقصائية في بطولتين. لذلك لم يصنع أحد ما صنعه همترامك، ولن نتوقف هنا. أملنا أكبر أن نكون النادي رقم 1، أن نظل في مقدمة الصفوف، أن نظل النادي الفائز والحاصل على البطولات. يعني إن شاء الله بوجود نادي متماسك وإدارة قوية وجهاز فني بقيادة المدرب الكابتن وافي الرياشي سيكون الإصرار والعزيمة موجود لتحقيق اللقب الخامس والسادس والسابع بإذن الله. إن شاء الله نحن نسعى إلى تحقيق الثلاثية المتتالية واحدة بعد واحدة بدون فواصل. يعني ما رافق بطولة ميشيغان من أحداث ومن ضغط نفسي كان شديد على النادي، أثر نفسيا على لما تلعب بين أرضك وجمهورك ومطالب ببطولة بعد بطولة، وما رافقها من اختلالات يعني في البطولة، وما رافقها من ظلم وجور على نادينا، وما تلتها من أحداث جعلت جميع فرق ميشيغان يعني توجه لها اللوم، ليس فقط نادينا. أنه فرق ميشيغان هي المستضيفة وهي الذي أقامت البطولة ويحدث شغب في مبارياتها وكذا، بغض النظر عن من السبب ومن المتسبب له ومن هو الذي يتحمل. الجميع يعني يتحمل الأخطاء، لكن بطولة وعدت، ونظرنا كان لما هو أبعد من البطولة الذي هي بعدها، وسيظل أنظارنا نحو البطولات، وإن شاء الله في الخامسة نكون بحجم المسؤولية ونتمسك بالبطولة والكأس إن شاء
ان
الله.
شاء الله.
Inshallah. How about your thoughts?
Well, it's getting better, especially in refereeing wise. And you know, there's no competition that doesn't have things that need to be fixed.
Yeah.
But you know, we work as we go, and you know, you learn. And yeah, I think as of right now, the first one was the best one.
Really?
Yeah, because they put all the teams in one hotel. You know?
Yeah.
So we got to know each other, you know, the players, before we even stepped on the field. Alabama, to me, you know, organized wise was the best. It's just the place that it was in was just horrible. Like there's like you try to go feed your team good food, you can't find anything.
Yeah.
You know. But as far as everything else, is great, and they're saying next year it should be in New York City. So
That's what I was about to ask. Where's the next year's tournament going to be at?
Hopefully it's there, man. Hopefully it's there.
When's the tournament?
Next year.
When, like around what time?
Around
July?
July, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And what's so good about this tournament, it took a Yemeni player from here to here. Nobody knew about there was soccer team in California.
Yeah.
Or soccer team, and like this year, we never knew there was players from, you know, coming from Atlanta, Georgia. You know what I mean? And not even that. Last year, 2021, when we played in Alabama, after that they created a team and took us to Egypt. On them, so each player only paid like $500, and then you know the rest of the airplane fare, the food, drinks, everything's on them, transportation. From that team, 2 players made it to the national team, which is a big step. Now what they're talking about, the Yemeni Confederation, they're trying to make a Yemeni World Cup type thing in Egypt, which U.S. will have their own team, but you know, all Yemenis. And then England will have their own team, Saudi will have their own team. You know, like I said, all Yemenis, and then we'll all meet in Egypt, in Cairo, and have like a Yemeni World Cup. You know, that's what they're working on right now. And also, Captain Ahmed Rashid is here to choose players from 16 or 17 to 20, you know, the best talent, and take them to Qatar to showcase. You know, one of them might make it out. Well, so every year there's a new idea, and every year it's getting better and better.
And this is all by holding these tournaments and having these events and having these showcases where people could come out and see people. And that's why it's important to support them. You know, that's why it's important to support these causes, because this is what it's all about, honestly, man. People say that, how come we don't have this? Well, you know, now that we have it, it's time to support it. So, inshallah, that's the case. You know, believe it or not, we're winding down towards the end of the show. So I'm going to go ahead and run our third ad of today, Yusuf. If you want to go ahead and give a shout out to Hamtramck True Value Hardware. After the ad, we're going to see what Hamtramck City FC is up to, what's next for them, and just any final comments, last comments, and anything else you guys want to ask or say. So go ahead, Yusuf, and give a shout out to Hamtramck, and then we'll continue on with the show. Hamtramck True Value Hardware. Hamtramck True Value Hardware has all of your hardware needs. They have items for cooling, heating, lawn care, plumbing, electrical, and much more. They have great service, great prices. If you want to shop local, then look no further than Hamtramck True Value Hardware, the best hardware store in the Detroit Hamtramck area. The Detroit location is 16380 East Warren Avenue, Detroit, Michigan. Shout out to BG, shout out to Adnan, and everybody over there at Hamtramck True Value Hardware. All right, so we are officially back. Shout out to Amin. Talk about Hamtramck City outlet opening soon. Appliances 30% off. Shout out to Amin. We got to give you a shout out, man, for sure. Got some people laughing as well after that comment. All right, so my last thing to you guys is what's next for Hamtramck City FC? Tell us, like, what's your goals, inshallah, from now until next year's tournament. What do you plan on doing with your team and stuff like that, man?
We'll start with
There you go. Start Mohamed. What's
القادم ان شاء الله يعني مزيدا من البطولات، الحفاظ على اللقب والكأس الغالية، وتحقيق المزيد من البطولات للمدينة وللولاية عموما. تردد اسم همترامك ووصل إلى الترند خلال فترة ما بعد الفوز، ويعني أنتم خبراء في السوشيال ميديا وتستطيعوا مراجعة كم ذكر اسم همترامك، وليس بس يعني همترامك سيتي أو النادي همترامك، لكن ذكرت همترامك كمدينة باعتبار أنه النادي الذي حقق البطولة. كانت تتردد علينا أسئلة من بعض الأخوة هناك، أين همترامك؟ ما حد يعرف همترامك، مو هي همترامك هذا. قلنا نحن جزء من ميشيغان، يعني ميشيغان 1300 مدينة تقريبا، احنا مدينة من ويمكن أصغر مدينة فيها. قالوا طيب التنافس هذا والبطولات وتحققوها يعني على مدينة، قلنا لهم يعني قطر أصغر دولة بالعالم، حد كان يعرف قطر؟ ما حد يعرفها، لكن عندما أتت بكأس العالم ونظمت كأس العالم ونجحت، عرف العالم يعني من هي قطر، واحنا ان شاء الله سنكون مثل قطر، نحقق البطولات، نصنع من الرياضه، برغم ان همترامك هي مدينه الاوائل في كل شيء، يعني مدينه جعلت من اول عمده يمني يصل الى منصب العمده، عضو مجلس النواب ورئيس كتله الاغلبيه في مجلس النواب ميشيغان يمني الاستاذ ابراهيم عياش. هؤلاء نموذجين نتفاخر بهم دائما، الدكتور أمير غارب، الأخ إبراهيم عياش، إضافة إلى المجلس التربوي الأستاذة جليلة أحمد، كثير من والمجلس التربوي عموما ليس بشخص المديرة أو كذا، معنا 4 أو 5 أعضاء في المجلس التربوي والتعليمي، والكثير نستطيع أن نفاخر أننا مدينة الأوائل يعني همترامك. وها نحن نضيف لها رصيد أننا أول من فاز ببطولة الجاليات اليمنية مرتين، وأتينا به من خارج. فلك أن تضم نادي همترامك سيتي إلى قائمة التميز وقائمة التفوق وقائمة الذي صنعوا لهمترامك شيء. النكست إن شاء الله القادم أفضل، ما نطمح له إدماج لاعبين نادي همترامك سيتي في الأندية الأمريكية، في الدوري الأمريكي، في المنتخب الأمريكي، وهذا حلم من حقنا أن نحلم يعني، أيضا في المنتخب الوطني للناشئين للشباب، للمنتخب الوطني الأول، وهذا كحق من حقوقنا باعتبار أنه بذلوا لاعبين جهد كبير. وبالإضافة إلى تواجد رئيس اللجنة الفنية عضو اللجنة المنظمة الكابتن أحمد حسن راشد، هو مسؤوليته انتقاء اللاعبين واختيار اللاعبين والنظر في الأفضل الذي يستحق المشاركة. وقد كانت أحدى ثمار بطولة الجاليات اليمنية هو أن مشاركة لاعبين يمنيين في الدوري أو في المنتخب اليمني، وأيضا إرسال منتخب يمني أمريكي إلى القاهرة وعمل معسكر هناك وعمل مباريات تجريبية مع أندية جاليات، مع أندية في الدرجة الثانية، والآن صعدت إلى الدرجة الأولى في الدوري المصري. وكان من ثمارها اختيار لاعبين يمنيين، منهم هارون الزبيدي، علي العمري، هؤلاء ثمرة من ثمار بطولة الجاليات اليمنية الأمريكية. فالقادم أفضل، والقادم إن شاء الله سيكون أجمل لهمترامك عموما وللرياضة اليمنية في الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية عموما.
Alhamdulillah. And Wafi, do you want to add on to anything on top of that?
As much as I see my players leave, but we will try to promote a lot of players to go to academies or to bigger competitions. Like Captain Mohamed said, there's Captain Mohamed Rashid is here to choose players, and I think there's already 3 players that has been selected. They'll probably go to Yemen national team for the U20 or U23. So inshallah, they'll step up, and we did our part. Now it's on them, to finish the journey, and inshallah, we'll try our best to promote players, whether to the Middle East, whether to Europe, to academies, but same thing again. Their parents has to be supportive. We can't do everything. I can't put clothes on your son and take him somewhere. You know what I mean? Like you have to do that. Like we have we kind of have some connections now, but I can't do everything for your son. Like you have to step up, especially when you have a son that's talented, that it's a lottery winning ticket, and you just sit there and look at him. That's bad.
Yeah.
Because we do have players that actually can make it somewhere. And they don't have to make it to the highest level, but they can make it somewhere.
It's still making it.
You know what I mean? They were invest in your kid for 2 years, 3 years, spend money especially if I know he's that good, because everything will come back to you.
What if if I was a parent and I didn't have the funds? These kids don't want to work, maybe on the side.
They do, but it's just not enough.
Not enough.
Like we had one player, Ala Al Game. He was actually trying to go to
Went to Michigan State, didn't he?
he's in Michigan State, but one of the coaches in an academy in Liverpool has come for the first 3 months, everything out of your pocket, and then if you get chosen, and it was like $15,000. Now when you go to a parent and tell them $15,000, look at you like,
Keep walking.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But why not invest? It's like if it worked, you opened the business and it worked. If it didn't, subhanallah, you tried.
Yeah.
That's what I always tell my players. I'm like, أهم حاجة when you get older, say I tried, but it didn't work. Rather than, I wish I did this, I wish I did that. Just try. It's okay, and you suffer. Work, ya akhi, for 6 months straight, make, save 10, 15K and go. You'll, even if you don't make it, you see maybe another door open for you.
Yeah. I agree. And doors open for other people too.
100%.
Whenever they do that, they know what it takes. They can pass the word along, and you prepare the next generation to come. And that's what you're doing with the organization. You guys are doing from Hamtramck City FC, having the young kids on there as well. So my last thing is I want to ask you this, Wafi, and you, Captain Mohamed. If you want to, I want you to look in the camera, all right? And this is what I want you to do, all right? I'm going to ask you basically, someone or a team is trying to take down Hamtramck City FC for the next year's cup, okay? If someone came up to you guys and said, all right, we're going to take you guys down, your response would be what? What would you say to those people? Because I'm trying to pull this clip out and then let people know, what are they going up against when they're going up against Hamtramck City FC? Like, who are they going up against? What kind of team is Hamtramck City FC? And what will it take for a team to take down Hamtramck City FC? So, let the people know at home, what they're going up against when they're going up against Hamtramck City FC.
That's a good question. Well, you're stepping up against soldiers, so it's a battlefield.
Gang.
It's a battlefield. You're gonna face tanks and missiles coming towards you. You know what I mean? And not to put down any team, but like I said, when you play to represent the badge that you're wearing or the city that you come from, it's different than other players that just play I just want to show myself. And that's what happened this year. That's why we dominated the whole tournament. So if you're ready to step on a battlefield and you're ready, you get a vest on. Let's go.
There you go. I give him a round of applause. Captain Mohamed, any final words? كلمة للشيطان خلص الشو. What do you want to say? Final word?
نحن أيضا في نادي همترامك سيتي الآن بصدد إنشاء أكاديمية الأطفال الصغار من سن 6 سنوات إلى 14 سنة، وقد بدأنا بالخطوات الأولية بقيادة المدرب ناصر الجهيم والمدرب محمد الرفاعي، نبعث لهم التحية من هنا. هي لبنات أولى بدأنا وضع خطواتها وتأسيسها، وقد اطلعتم على البدايات. معنا ما يقرب من 150 طفل مسجل الآن، ويؤدوا التمارين الأسبوعية بمعدل 3 أيام في الأسبوع، الذي هي الأحد والثلاثاء والخميس. وهذه ستكون يعني نواة الانطلاقة الأكاديمية الذي سترفد الفرق الناشئين والشباب والفريق الأول باللاعبين الجدد، وتجدد روح النشاط في نادي همترامك سيتي. إضافة إلى رسالة أنا أبعثها لإخواني في أندية ولاية ميشيغان عموما، يعني أن نكون يدا واحدة، نسعى لتأسيس اتحاد كرة قدم في ميشيغان لنكون قوة، نتخاطب باسم ميشيغان على طريق إنشاء منتخب يعني ولاية ميشيغان، لنكون قوة واحدة متماسكة في ولاية ميشيغان.
كيف واحد يقدر يوقع لو شيء ما يوقعوا الجهال حقهم بالفريق هذا؟
الاستمارات موجودة معنا، المدربين متواجد معهم أحد الأخوة في الإدارة. في الوقت الذي الأب يحضر أبنائه إلى الملعب يستطيع أن يوقع الاستمارة في نفس الوقت، استمارة الميديكيل الذي هو الحالة الصحية للطفل، إنه ما عندوش أي مضاعفات أو مرض أو سكر أو هبوط أو أي، بحيث يتعامل معه نظرا أو إنه يتعاطى أي أدوية يعني. بالإضافة إلى استمارة الانتساب لهذه الأكاديمية، استمارة معدة وجاهزة وموجودة أيضا مع المدير الإداري في النادي الأخ حمزة الجهيم، الذي أيضا نوجه له التحية من هنا. هو متواجد مع طاقم الفني للأكاديمية بنفس الوقت، يستطيع أن يعبي الاستمارة ويلتحق بالتمارين في نفس الوقت برسوم رمزية وزهيدة، يعني قد لا تصل إلى $10 بالشهر، يعني يمكن $100 أو $120 في السنة كاملة، وهذه لا تكلف شيء. يعني ممكن الواحد يشرب قهوة باليوم $5 وأحيانا $10. فأنت تدفع $10 لابنك تمارين يعني على مدى شهر كامل. فهذا هو مبلغ رمزي وزهيد يستطيع الأب أن يدفعه على دفعة واحدة، وتعبئة الاستمارة في نفس الوقت، ويلتحق الطفل بالتمرين من نفس الوقت. توفر النادي يوفر الكوار، يوفر ملابس التمارين، ينظم دوريات للأشبال الصغار، ويسمي الفرق بمسميات تشجيعية للأطفال.
Wafi, you want to go ahead and tell people how they can sign up, maybe in English as well, so go ahead.
Yeah, so it's, they can just come on the field, bring their kids. I want my kid to play in this team. We have, like Captain Mohamed said, an application that your parent, you have to sign in everything, and a medical card too, so we know who to contact if something happened, or if there's anything we need to know. If your son has, allergies or diabetes, he's diabetic or anything, and that's it. And like he said, it's $10 a month. That's
Yeah.
I mean, for me, as a coach, when you go to a field and train 6-year-olds, 8, you're babysitting. You're not coaching.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So if you're not gonna pay the club $10 for us to babysit your kid, then something is wrong with you, man.
Yeah.
And it's nothing like $120 a year. That's
Yeah.
بالإضافة إلى أنه احنا عند تسجيل الأطفال تم إنشاء جروبات خاصة بكل سن معين، من 6 إلى 6 سنوات، جروب خاص للآباء يتم التخاطب مع الآباء في حال إلغاء التمارين، في حال تغيرات في الطقس، في حال الطقس ممكن يأثر على الجهاز التنفسي. التحذيرات التي نتلقاها من الأرصاد الجوية أحيانا تجعلك تلغي التمرين. بالتالي كيف تستطيع التخاطب مع كل اللاعبين أو كل أولياء الأمور؟ أنشأنا جروبات خاصة من سن 6 سنوات إلى 8، من 10 إلى 12، كل الفئات العمرية عملنا لها جروب، بحيث أنه أنت تعمل رسالة واحدة تنبه الأب أنه في تمرين اليوم، ما فيش تمرين، في تعديلات، يطلع على الجداول، نطلع على كل ما يستجد في الملعب.
Okay, thank you, Captain Mohamed. And then Wafi, can you give Ali Saleh a shout out, man? Because he's gonna end up yelling at us, man. He's gonna end up, going off. Can you give him a shout out?
Yes, shout out to Ali Saleh, the best right back in Hamtramck.
There you go. Moti, final comments, on the whole situation.
Yeah, man, this is great, man. I'm really inspired, man. These guys are doing great things, and you don't hear about these stories, man. I don't know if it's us not being in tune or just. It hasn't blown up yet, but I mean, even where I live right now, they don't have things like that. My kids play soccer too, and I wish I would have a program like that. $10 a month for them to play. What was it, 2-3 days out the week or something?
Yeah.
Come on, that's amazing, bro. Something from the do. I probably spend on video games, more than that. Let's keep it real. So I'd rather have them be active. So yeah, man, keep it up, man. We're very proud of you guys, man. Inshallah, you mentioned New York City, man. It looks like a trip we could plan from now, what I'm saying, and enjoy like a weekend over there.
For sure.
In New York City.
For sure. And inshallah, continued success to Hamtramck City FC. And we appreciate those that were tuned in for sure and enjoy this. And inshallah, for those that watch eventually. Again, believe it or not, this is our season finale. This is the last show for season 2. This is season 2, episode 42 of the Fantasy Guys. This is what we do. We talk sports. A lot of it is American football, basketball, and baseball. But, whenever there's big things happening in soccer, I know Wafi even told me, he was like, you look into a soccer show. And, might have to do that. We might have to do that because, you guys got a lot of support. And you guys know what you're talking about as well. But thank you to Mohamed and thank you to Wafi Diashi for coming on. Thank you to all of our sponsors. Again, Qahwa House, Hanley International Academy, BC Adhesives, Balkan House, Juice Box Hamtramck, Hammer Time True Value Hardware, and Unique Coney Island. If you're watching this, subscribe. This is not our only show. We have 2 other shows, one for the youth and also one for the community where we talk about stuff happening in the community. I want to talk about stuff happening in the youth. So we have 3 different shows on this page: YouTube, Oz Media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Oz Media. You can listen to the show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. So we hope that you enjoy this. Any final comments from Wafi?
No, thank you for having us here, man. We really appreciate it. You guys are putting our message out there, and and just shout out to a few people. Captain Mohamed Guyz is with us everywhere we go, man. My brother been with us for 10, 15 years. He doesn't even play, just with us everywhere we go. Who's part of the a big time in the club. He's the athletic director of the club. Abdullah Al-Gaheem, Muad Al-Gaheem, they've been with us through hell and back. And I have one comment, man. How come you don't have a Messi jersey?
They're expensive, man.
We have a Ronaldo right there.
Yeah, you have 2 Ronaldo, no Messi. Come on.
I know you have a Kaka right there.
Yeah, right there. Yeah, I'm gonna get you when you put it over there, man.
There you go. Inshallah.
No, thank you so much, man.
Captain Mohamed, any final word, final comment?
شكرا كثيرا. نبعث التحية والتقدير باسم إدارة نادي همترامك سيتي برئاسة الأخ الكابتن توفيق الجهيم وكافة أعضاء طاقم الإدارة لكل من وقف وساند نادي همترامك سيتي في مسيرته وسيقف ويدعمه في مسيرته القادمة إن شاء الله. الشكر والتقدير لكتيبة المحاربين والمقاتلين الشجعان الذي حققوا البطولة لنادي همترامك سيتي بقيادة الكابتن وافي الرياشي وطاقم الجهاز الفني المساعد له. الشكر والتقدير الصحفي الإعلامي الأستاذ عمر ثابت وللأخ محمد وللأخ زاك خلف الكاميرات الذي يدير هذا الحوار ولكم. وهذا هو الدعم معنوي. نستطيع أن نقول لكم قدمتم دعم معنوي لنادي همترامك سيتي وأنتم ترافقوا همترامك سيتي دائما في انتصاراته وفي كل جولاته. لكم الشكر والتقدير وشكرا.
Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all, inshallah, next month in September. We'll see you all in September, inshallah, for season 3. Have a great rest of your time, and we'll see you then.